It's one of the oldest schools in the district, right? It's over 100, and I think that's in its 107th year was last year, so 108 coming up. It's a sense of pride in the community. If you talk to anybody who graduated from Edison, they'll say Tiger for Life. Mm-hmm. They talk about it in high regards. It is, I think, a symbol of great opportunity. And it's a school people are proud of. It's different than any other school I've worked at in the sense that there's just this strong sense of it needs to be strong and present and changing kids' lives. And so people are very involved in the school. And then it's just a sense of it's never sleeps. This campus is never asleep. Kids are always here. Yeah. Adults are always here. It's probably the campus I've worked on that it just never is clear. It's just a source of pride and I think joy for a lot of people. In the classroom, what is pretty amazing is we do have the highest number of AP advanced placement courses in the Valley. Okay. With over 23 advanced placement courses offered. That's a result of the diversity of thinking on our campus. So you'll have from computer science AP to music theory AP, but kids engage. And on average, students take 2 to 3 AP classes in general. I mean, this graduating class that just graduated, 84% of students had taken at least one or more AP or honors course, which is a high percentage. So academically, kids are taking challenging courses, and we do have the higher pass rate on AP exams in our district as well. Additionally, we have the STEM pathways. We have engineering, biomedicine, we have computer programming, we have our green technology. Yeah. But the beauty of that, again, as I go, our kids their thinking is so diverse. So then you have humanities, and we have advanced arts and theater. We have an amazing marching band. Mm-hmm. So it's just this chemistry of unique thinking that goes on that, you have a kid who sits into a calculus BC AP course, which is the highest level of math you can take, mm-hmm. at the same time as in marching band and maybe in robotics. It's just this weird, and then sitting on the football team, this weird convergence of good minds. Everybody can talk about our athletics. Obviously, Valley champions 2 years in a row in basketball. I think it's 23rd section title mm-hmm. in the history of Edison, which is huge. It's the largest number in the state of California. Okay. I think we tied last year with, I want to say it was Martyr Day, but I don't remember. So we just exceeded the number of titles. And then our football team won Valley this year. But beyond that, our academic decathlon took state this year. Which is huge. Mm-hmm. The year prior, we won in Division I for Valley, and our forensics team competes academically as well. We have kids going to nationals. Mm-hmm. They went this summer, and then you have our robotics team who actually competed in the World Championship this year in the South, and I think they ended up being 22 out of like 90 teams, and so there's a lot of different types of activities that go on the campus. That's pretty interesting. So I think that those are probably, and then of course we have the other traditional sports that kids are involved in. Like our soccer team went pretty far in the playoffs this year, and we have a new pool opening, and we've built our aquatics team to about 100 students, which we haven't had before. And so, I mean, there's a lot of good things and a lot of opportunities for kids to get involved. You have to experience it to understand. It's very harmonious. I mean, we have our conflicts like any other high school has, but the kids can kind of just be who they are. So you'll see a group of kids that are kind of playing Pokemon and still really young and naive, mm-hmm. and then you'll see these athletes that are just all strong and more mature, and they just converge, and they get along really well. And I think there's a general appreciation that kids have different thinking. Mm-hmm. So we talk about diversity, and Edison's probably the most ethnically diverse campus in the district just because of the balances of the ethnicities, but it's really the diversity of thinking that goes on. on campus, which affords us the opportunity to offer different types of programs.
Right.
But they get along, and you get on the campus and you can feel it. You get a sense of there's no strife. It feels kind of like a college campus where people are kind of doing their thing.
Yeah.
It's special.
Some
Yeah,
courses.
I really do think it is. I mean, you will not find a one type of Edison student. You just won't. I mean, any campus you go to, each kid's different, but it is what makes the school very special is that we get kids just you get kids that are just hyper focused on robotics and building things,
Yeah.
and one who's hyper focused on football, and they converge and they mix and they interact, and it's special. I feel like our kids could go to college anywhere and acclimate to various audiences just because of their exposure to the various
Yeah.
audiences here.
Yeah.
I always say I can put my kid at any college. Like I think of my own son and go, oh, he could be anywhere, and he would really acclimate because of his experiences here.
Right.
So I feel lucky that our students have that opportunity.